GoDaddy.com could be going to court for a mother of a lawsuit. 17 women are suing it for hosting a so-called revenge porn website called Texan.com, and the Texan is with 3 X's. That site posts XXX pictures of ex-girlfriends. Well, now to the lawyers. Kelly Sainin says GoDaddy can be held liable for the content. Anahita Sedaghatfar disagrees. Anahita, first to you, haven't courts already determined that web hosts are not necessarily responsible for what some idiot puts up?
They absolutely have. And let me first start off by saying the moral of this story is very simple. If you don't want naked pictures of yourself posted online or disseminated to the public, don't take the pictures. Yeah. But you're absolutely right, David. You know, I sympathize with these women, and perhaps the website did go a little bit too far in publishing their names and addresses.
Well, certainly
but GoDaddy and this website, yeah, they did nothing illegal.
So
they
Kelly,
are, in fact, immune.
So, Kelly, what case do these ladies have? How do they bring the case if the courts have already decided on this?
Well, you make it on a case-by-case analysis. If you don't like the law, those are your options. You can file a lawsuit or try to change legislation. And here, the fact that they complained about the content, GoDaddy didn't pull it down. They had a reasonable expectation of privacy with those pictures. And it's interesting to say if you don't want to be out there naked, don't take the picture. Remember Erin Andrews, the ESPN reporter? Someone took a picture of her through a peephole. So these aren't all necessarily women that
Kelly,
made bad decisions.
We're not excusing in any way, shape, or form the person who put it up. The question is whether GoDaddy is liable. Do you still think GoDaddy should be liable for this?
Here's the issue. If they were to post a murder happening, if they were to post child porn, if they were to post something that's offensive and illegal, do they have some accountability? So here to say, hey, you don't like it, sorry your privacy is violated, sorry these pictures are out there, sorry your address is now locatable for a creep, and you're out there naked, to say that they're hands off when they're gaining money from these sites is preposterous.
Anahita, I have to give Kelly one point. If this was, God forbid, if this was child porn, and it appeared on there, you know somebody, some legislator somewhere would be looking for blood, and they might likely turn on GoDaddy. They might have an easier case in that instance, right?
Right, and the key word that you used is if. David, the courts have been clear and consistent under the Communications Decency Act that websites and web hosts are not liable for content posted by third parties. First, it's a First Amendment issue. Clearly, the First Amendment freedom of speech would be stifled if we required, you know, these websites to be liable. And let's look at the practicality of such a law. Okay, GoDaddy, for example, they host 50 million websites. It would be nearly impossible for them to monitor all the millions and millions and millions of postings.
By the way, I just had a point of reference here. The site, it does appear the site has been closed. We had put in calls to GoDaddy and so forth. But this is the question. Is the community, the greater community, all of us who use the Internet, is it harmed more, Kelly, by closing down entire networks or by the junk put up on these networks? Which hurts the community, us, more?
Well, I think that what hurts the community more is these despicable sites are accessible, to go to your last segment, by children. There are people that are being injured by this, and the fact that there is no monitoring, you can't trust people to monitor themselves.
So hold on, Kelly. Let me put a fine point on it. Therefore, you are saying it's better that we close down GoDaddy than take the risk of something bad being put up.
No, absolutely not. I do not think that we should close GoDaddy. I'm sorry, you said these sites. You didn't say that. It might happen. It's not going to happen. You said the sites, not the host provider. Think about all the valuable things out there.
But it's the host provider that's being sued by these ladies. That's the point.
The host provider is also being provided there. You're correct. But the reality of the situation is not only are they the deep pockets, they're profiting from this. And how can you make money and then say, hands off, sorry you were damaged, we made money in the process, but you're on your own, good luck.
That's got to be the last word.
Is it illegal to make profits?
Anahita, we started with you. We'll end with Kelly. Thank you, ladies. Good to see you both.
Thank you very much.
Well, the health care law is not just